At this time, I'd like to welcome to the stage, under the direction of Miss Stephanie Stewart, our Westmore High School Choir.
I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me, that I call my home. Through the dark, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our minds. I don't care, so call me crazy. Let me live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make.
There's a house we can build. Every room inside is filled with things from far away. Ooh.
Special things I combine, each one there to make you smile on a rainy day. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our minds. I don't care if they call us crazy. Run away to a world that we design. Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make.
However big, however small, let me be part of it all. Share your dreams with me. You may be right, you may be wrong. You say that you'll bring me along to the world you'll see.
To the world I close my eyes to see. I close my eyes to see. Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head.
A million dreams are keeping me away.
A million dreams. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. For the world we're gonna make.
Let's give a round of applause to the Westmore High School Choir under the direction of Stephanie Stewart. Go Rams.
We should have a solo.
Please welcome to the stage the Terra Nova High School Drumline. afternoon, Daly City. My name is Austin Worden. I am the proud director of communication and staff housing for the Jefferson Union High School District. At this time, I would like to welcome our amazing superintendent of JUHSD, Ms. Toni Presta.
Before I begin, I have a beautiful script in front of me, but I'm going to go off script to welcome a few people. First off, I want to make sure he's paying attention. Austin, I would like everybody to give a big roaring round of applause to Austin Worden, Director of Communications and Staff Housing, for pulling this beautiful event together along with the committee. We just asked him if he'd eaten today. He's had a bag of chips and a Coke. Thank you, Austin. It's beautiful. Okay. Good afternoon. This is made for a taller person. Okay, that's better. Good afternoon, and welcome to Jefferson Union High School District's Golden Centennial Celebration, honoring 100 years of educational excellence in the San Mateo County community. Let's give a big round of applause to our pre-ceremony entertainment performed by Westmore High School's choir under the direction of Stephanie Stewart and Terra Nova's drumline under the direction of Braden Ringling. My name is Toni Presta, and I'm the superintendent of this amazing district. I have immense pride in our JUHSD staff and students from the past, present, and future. We engage, educate, and empower all students and care for one another on a daily basis. We are truly a family. Before we get started, I must say that a lot of clapping is going to take place during today's ceremony. So for the sake of time, we're going to try the labor single clap method. What is that, you ask? After an introduction is made, we are only going to clap once. Let's practice. Let's hear it for our Director of Communication and Staff Housing, Mr. Austin Worden. Awesome. All right. It's hard to believe that 100 years have passed since our anchor school, Jefferson High School, first opened its doors to students in 1922 at an old schoolhouse on the corner of Hill and Market Streets in the Alamany neighborhood of Daly City. Jefferson High School moved to its now permanent site on Mission Street in 1925. During the course of decades to follow, our district, as all districts do, outgrew just having one high school in town and knew that it was time to build another. Westmore High School became the district's second Daly City high school to open its doors to students in 1956 on the west side of the city. With modern features of the time, the Westmore campus was featured in Architectural Digest magazines across the country. Expanding down the coast, Terra Nova High School opened its doors to students in Pacifica's Lindamar district in 1961. With the opening of our second Pacifica High School, Oceana in 1962. A fun fact is that Oceana was used as the backdrop for the 2012 Hollywood film Chasing Mavericks, in case you didn't know that. More than 10 years later, in 1975, Thornton High School would become the district's continuation campus. Thornton and the Wilderness School have continued to provide our students with the extra guidance and support needed to take on the world. Also in 1975, the district opened our adult school, with its first programs and classes taking place in the small Westlake Shopping Center office. Today, the adult school offers an array of programs and classes that provide job-related skills and real-world applications to those wanting to enhance their academic background and skills. Our adult school is also home to the Adult Transition Program, which supports adult students ages 18 to 22 in developing daily living skills and providing on-the-job training. I'm going to take a moment to say, we thought it was going to be a really sunny day here this morning. We started the day, I was getting text messages from people saying, it's a perfect day. In fact, it's a very Daly City day, windy and a little cool. Okay, during the course of the last 100 years, our students have gone on to become community members and leaders and are the backbone of our community. Many have become parents themselves, with their children joining the thousands upon thousands of students that make the Jefferson Union High School District the unique and special community it is today, a community that I'm very proud to represent. At this time, I ask that if you are an alumni of this district, please stand. We can give them a real round of applause. All right, thank you. I hope that the fond memories you've made during the last 100 years of being a student within the Jefferson Union High School District live on for the next 100 years. At this time, I am not insinuating that you are old. At this time, I would like to welcome Daly City's newly announced Youth Poet Laureate winner and current Westmore High School 9th grader, Chloe Chow, to the lectern, where she will present a special poem created for today's celebration. I welcome Chloe Chow.
Oh yeah, it's really windy today. Okay. So, hi, my name is Chloe Chow, and I'm a freshman at Westmore High School. I'm incredibly grateful to be here tonight with all of you as we celebrate this milestone in our district's journey. I stand here before you tonight not only as a student, but as a member of this community, as we continue to expand the notion of how much more we can accomplish. Our district is about so much more than just education. It provides vital resources for students and families in our communities, everything from COVID testing to career planning. Sir Monte Del Rey is one of these resources, providing community space and the essential housing necessary to fund our education. In our district's fight for equity, we find opportunity for all. We find the fundamental idea that drives our district forward each day. As we celebrate 100 years of us, let us remember all the history that we have made and that we are the creators of the tomorrows yet to follow. So today I'll be sharing with you two poems, and the first one is Language and Other Mistakes. Of language and the other mistakes I wish to make, here are three. 1. Do not take for granted the ability of breath. As I recite words to the Buddhist prayers I do not know, I offer an apology to an abandoned tongue, to the languages I never bothered to learn, that shaped these prayers. For when I was younger, I did not know of any prayers, besides the rush of air past lips, besides the steady rhythm of light-up sneakers against pavement in the driveway of temples. As I chased friends, cul-de-sacs, and we felt a little more like home, where we did not speak, but we found language in this joy, in this rhythm that felt enough like a prayer. 2. Something about these words does not sit right with me. The other day, I tried to find some of my old writing and came up with nothing. So here is an apology to myself for throwing away those composition notebooks. Because when I was younger, I believed that poetry was something only to be done when you had a story to tell. Wow. When I was younger, all I had was the notion that if anything was possible, I could pull the burning sun right out of the sky with nothing but my hands and take it home with me. At night, I would see the glint of spiderwebs in the corners of rooms, and I would ask my father to make them go away. When I began to write, the I key on my laptop was stuck, and it only worked when I slammed down her on it. So who am I? If I have lost my old words, then I will have to write some new ones. 3. Of the person I have become, the only thing I know is that I cannot pull the sun out of the sky, and I cannot always dwell in the dimming seasons of childhood. Of a mistake I would like to make, it is to do things even when I am afraid, even when I tell myself that I am not enough. I am not only a writer, I am not only a poet. I am of 1,000 little things, and I am of the future that I have yet to create. Okay. Thank you. My second poem is called Searching for All the Lost Things. The buzz in ears, feeling only sand against toes, the roughness of it underneath nails in eyes. Light a candle, feel the way lungs expand to the glow of flames, melting wax like smooth honey. Watch the way the sun sets in the evening, kissing the edge of the horizon. While you're at it, look for an escape. Search the attic, slice through the packing tape of old cardboard boxes, because you might find it there. But instead, you find yourself in the fleeting years. Shining eyes, the soft flesh underneath them dark with insomnia. Songs half sung on lips, the curve of ribs above heart. That's your birthright, so keep it safe. Tuck it in the pocket of your pretty blue jeans or in the locket of your flight. But be careful. Your head doesn't quite fit that bicycle helmet. If you fall, you'll skin your knee and slam against the whitewashed fences, against green grass. Then the buzz in ears, feeling only. Thank you so much and happy 100 years.
Thank you, Chloe, for sharing your talents with us this afternoon. We wish you the best as you represent Westmore, JUHSD, and our community during the eventful year that is to be had. I would also like to thank and acknowledge Victoria Magbalong, Executive Director of the Daly City Public Library Associates and Jefferson High School's PTSA President, for hosting the Poet Laureate program for the students of this community. Thank you, Victoria. I would also like to thank Victoria's daughter, Lila Magbalong, a current senior at Jefferson High School, who designed the official logo for this Centennial celebration. Great job, Lila. Speaking of students, if you're a current JUHSD student, please stand so we can acknowledge you. Thank you for always doing your best, especially during this most challenging time. Along with our students, we would not be here today if it was not for our staff, who, for the last 100 years, have given so much of themselves to the students and schools of this community. Will all of the former and retired JUHSD and district school staff please stand? You, like our students, have left an indelible mark on this district, and I feel grateful to you for having paved the way for our current district staff. Thank you. Will all current staff members please stand? We celebrated Staff Appreciation on Wednesday. I again thank you for providing our students with the support that they've needed the most, especially during these past 2 years. You selflessly give 100% of yourself to our students each day, and you make all the difference. The next group I'd like to acknowledge are the parents and guardians in our district community. For decades, you've placed your trust and support into JUHSD. For that, we thank you. If you are a parent or a guardian of a former or present student attending one of our schools, please stand. And I'm proud to say my son will be beginning in the fall. Along with our dedicated staff, thank you for raising our future. I would now like to welcome our district office executive cabinet. And actually, I'm going to go off script again. Before I introduce people, I want to especially thank two of our district staff members, without whom this project quite literally would just not have happened. First, I'd like to introduce and thank and appreciate, and there aren't enough words for it, Deputy Superintendent Tina Van Raphorst. Thank you, Tina. And thanks for coming out so they can see your face. I would also like to appreciate, we owe her, I don't even know, words don't explain, Stephanie Phillips, Director of Bond and Construction Projects. Stephanie? Thank you, Stephanie. Okay. Next, I'd like to introduce Deputy Superintendent of Educational Services, Kareen Baca. Associate Superintendent of Student Services and Human Resources and Terra Nova High School alumni from the class of 1984, Doreen Basuino. It's okay, I was class of 83, so we're simpatico. Director of Human Resources, Dana Lujan. Dana is also on the board of the South San Francisco School District. Please welcome American Federation of Teachers Local 1481 Union President Monica Casey. I'm not really respecting the one clap, huh? I'm giving lots of room for clapping. I would now like to welcome our distinguished Board of Trustees. Board President and Jefferson High School alumni from the class of 1981, Rosie Tejada. Board Vice President, Andrew Lee. Board Clerk, Kalima Salahuddin. Board of Trustee, Carla Ing Garrett. And I don't know if he's here, but Board of Trustee and Westmore High School alumni from the class of 1998, Nick Achapinti. At this time, I would like to welcome former JUHSD superintendents Mike Crilly and Dan Burns, and good with the one clap, and former Associate Superintendent Rick Boitano. I'd like to welcome former JUHSD board members Tom Norris and Jean Brink. Please help me welcome our current principals from Jefferson High School, Keisha Emmendorfer. From Westmore High School, Principal Brock Ahrens. Vice Principal Mei Feng Howell, and soon to be Westmore Vice Principal Sterling Ha and Tina Yee. Please welcome Oceana High School Principal April Holland. We congratulate Mrs. Holland on retiring this year and wish her all the best. Please welcome the next principal of Oceana High School, Ms. Maritza Torres. Please welcome Mr. Mark Bashirs, Principal of Adult Programs. I would like to, we're on a clip, I like it. I would like to welcome San Mateo Superintendent of Schools, Nancy McGee. Please welcome San Mateo County Office of Ed Board of Trustees, Jim Cannon, Chelsea Bonini, Beverly Gerard, and Hector Camacho. All right. Please welcome San Mateo County Attorney John Niblin, Deputy County Attorneys Lauren Carroll and Gina Beltramo. From the San Mateo Community College District, please welcome Associate Chancellor Mitchell Bailey, President Richard Holiber, and Board Trustee and Jefferson High School alumni class of 1991, Maurice Goodman. I would like to welcome members from our partner schools, From the Jefferson Elementary School District, Superintendent Bernie Vidalis. School board members Manufo Liaga, Anoa I hope I pronounced that right, Manufo. Marie Bizuela, Clayton Koo, Shaquille Ali, and Andrea Jordan. From the Pacifica Elementary School District, please welcome Superintendent Heather Olson and school board members Elizabeth Bradal, Nidhi Patel, Linda Brocchini, and Laverne Villalobos. Earlier today, she had to leave. We want to thank Superintendent of the Bayshore School District for coming, Audra Pittman, and welcome school board members Joy Gutierrez Pilare, Rick Abellano, and Marion Brown. From the Belmont Redwood Shores School District, please welcome Board Trustee Servana Bopale, Principal Ryan Hansen Vera, and Vice Principal Talia Carter. From the Sequoia Union High School District, please welcome Board President Carrie Dubois and Board Trustee Alan Sarver. From the Cabrillo Unified School District, board members Kimberly Hines and Sophia Lane. From the Hillsborough City School District, Board Trustee An Huang Shen. From the Menlo Park City School District, Board Trustee Francesca Serge. From the San Bruno Park School District, Board President Adriana Shea. From the San Mateo Union High School District, Board President Peter Hanley. And I think I saw somebody else. Greg was here earlier. Greg Land was here. I know I saw him. Greg is back there. Greg Land, thank you for being here. I'm probably missing other people if you're not in my script. I just happened to see Greg. Let's see. From the San Mateo Foster City School District, Board Trustee Ken Chin. From the Sandpiper Elementary School District, Principal Gloria Higgins. From the South San Francisco Unified School District, Superintendent Shantara Moore, Board President John Baker, Board Vice President Mina Richardson, Board Trustees Pat Murray, and Assistant Superintendent of Business Services Ted O, and teacher David Pollock. From the Daly City Partnership, please welcome board member and Kids First Educational Foundation President Elena Vera. From the Council for a Strong America, please welcome Director Shelley Masur. Okay. I would now like to welcome, and to anyone that I did not have on my list, actually to everybody here, thank you all for coming out today to help us celebrate. I would now like to welcome to the stage our JUHSD Board President and Jefferson High School Class of 1981 alumni, Rosie Tejada.
It's a lovely day in Daly City. I grew up here, I should know. The first time I got sunburned was playing in the fog and tennis in the fog in Daly City. And my mom said, "Ano ba yan? You know, it's red." And she put Vicks on it, so. Yeah. Anyway, thank you, Superintendent Presta. I'm Rosie Tejada. I'm president of the Board of Trustees and a proud graduate of this district. I'm honored to speak before you today on this historic occasion. Just about my entire family grew up in this district. My 4 siblings, many nephews, cousins, my niece went to Jeff. My sister-in-law and her family graduated from Jefferson as far back as the 1920s. My son and my nephew graduated from Westmore, and another nephew went to Oceana. My daughter is graduating from Jefferson in 12 days and will be studying at NYU in the fall. I'm a proud product of this district, and in many ways, so is our board. Nick Ochapinti graduated from Westmore. Andy Lee's 2 children graduated from Terra Nova. Kalima Salahuddin's children went to Terra Nova, Jefferson, Oceana, and Thornton. And she's often said if she had another child, they would go to Westmore. It's not too late, just putting it out there. You're young. And Carla and Garrett, her stepson attended Thornton, and she has 2 little ones who will definitely be going to our high schools. I've been on the board for more than 8 years now, but I've been a part of this district since I was a child, a toddler, hanging out with my big brother and sister and their friends, then memorizing every page of their yearbooks until I was old enough to go to high school, where I met some of my best friends. As a parent in this district, I got to know the teachers and staff, parents, students, community members. I worked alongside them at functions, community events, fundraisers, and campaigns. As the lowest funded high school district in the county, we're extremely thankful for this community that has voted for our funding measures. Look around you. You helped make this possible. I'm thankful to the community and the elected officials here who support our Ceremony del Rey revitalization project to build affordable housing and market rate housing to bring needed funds into our district for hopefully another 100 years. I've never forgotten my roots. I'm even bold enough to say that anyone who grew up in this district feels the same way. JUHSD, pride, is something that sticks with you and drives you. So when I say I love this district, I mean it from a very true place. True as in loyal and faithful. I think it appropriate at this time to reflect on the words of Jose Rizal, the national hero of the Philippines, a true Filipino patriot and leader of great integrity who gave his life fighting oppression. Ang hindi lumingon sa pinanggalingan, hindi makakarating sa paroroonan. If you don't remember where you came from, you'll never reach your destination. 100 years ago, this district was founded by the voters who could not have imagined this destination right here. And this is just one stop on the way to a greater vision for another 100 years. And thank you all for being with us along the way. And now I have the privilege of introducing our esteemed local representatives and leaders, some of whom will be giving a few brief remarks today. From the Daly City Council, please welcome Mayor Rod Daus Magbual and Council Member Pamela Di Giovanni.
Hello, everybody. My name is Dr. Rod Daus Magbual, Mayor for the City of Daly City. I wear many hats as well. I'm an educator as well, so when I see this gives me a sign. See, the ancestors are talking. It gives me a sense of hope. And I'm also proud that I'm going to be a future parent of a JUHSD student because my daughter will be attending Westmore High School in the fall. So I just want to be mindful of my own time. So I'm just going to share a couple of lines here. All right. Okay, I think we're good now. We're good. Okay. So whereas the City of Daly City congratulates Jefferson Union High School District on their Centennial, and whereas there have been several notable JUHSD alumni, including Tom Torlakson, California State Senator, and John Madden, NFL Hall of Fame. And now, therefore, I, Dr. Roderick Dosmagboal, Mayor and the members of the City Council, do hereby enthusiastically congratulate the Jefferson Union High School District on their centennial. We encourage all residents to join us in acknowledging and commending the achievements of Jefferson Union High School District over the past century. Signed and sealed by the Mayor and City of Daly City this day, May 13, 2022. Congratulations.
I, along with the mayor, Rod, I want to just recommend and give us a certificate of recognition along with the proclamation. Extend my congratulations for the 100 years. Incredible leadership, students, staff, and everyone that's been a part of this district. You've proven that these leaderships come out, and just like Rosie Tejada, look where she is today. So we have great future here, and with blessings, and look at this building, and more to do in our city. And I say congratulations to all of you, and so honored and grateful to be here. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor and the City of Daly City. Representing the City of Colma's Town Council, please welcome City Manager Brian Dossi and Mayor Helen Fisichella.
I'm here on behalf of the Town of Colma and our City Council, and we'd like to also congratulate the Jefferson Union High School District on the Centennial celebration. As was said earlier, there's a lot of whereases in our proclamation, but the one that's applicable that we want to read is whereas a city without any high schools of our own, Colma has long relied on the Jefferson Union High School District to provide safe and welcoming places for our youth to learn and grow as they enter young adulthood. And whereas Colma has strong ties to the district's long-running experiential learning program, Colma Environmental Education Program, also known as the Wilderness School, the program, which was founded by a Jefferson High School teacher who's here today, Reno Taini, over 50 years ago, began as just a small student-run farm on Collins Avenue in Colma. Colma has proudly supported this program for over 20 years through our annual nonprofits grants. And we're grateful to have this valuable institutions like the schools of the Jefferson Union High School District helping to educate our youth and shape the future of our community for a century, and look forward to another 100 years of high-quality, well-rounded education. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed, the City Council of the Town of Colma congratulates the 100th anniversary, set forth in appreciation this 13th day of May, 2022, and our whole City Council signed it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Fisichella and the City of Colma. Representing the City of Pacifica, please welcome Mayor Mary Beer, Council Member Mike O'Neill, and City Manager Kevin Woodhouse.
Good afternoon. It's so good to be here today. Class of '86, by the way, Terra Nova High School, just so you know. And you know, we have legends with us today. Mr. Boitano, Mr. Crilly, they were household names in my family. Probably because my brothers and sisters got in a lot of trouble. And there are a lot of whereases in these beautiful proclamations that our city clerk and we put together, right? But I need to come up here and just talk a little bit about the generations and generations of families and students that Jefferson Union High School District have served. 3 generations in my family alone, right? And so when you think about that and think about what an accomplishment it is and how proud I am to stand up here as an employee, as an alumni, and representing the city of Pacifica, I'm bursting with pride. And I think everybody should, because look at what we have here. and look at what we have out here. So thank you for everybody for being here today. Congratulations, JUHSD, for 100 years, and I will read the last whereas. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the City Council of the City of Pacifica joins the Jefferson Union High School District in celebrating its centennial and recognizes all the staff, teachers, and students whose influential and lasting contributions over the past 100 years make Pacifica, Daly City, Brisbane, and Colma the vibrant, diverse, enriched community in which to live, work, and visit. Done this 13th day of May, 2022. Thank you. Thank you, Mayor Beer. Please welcome San Mateo County Supervisor for District 5, David Canepa.
Great. Thank you so much. Thank you. What a celebratory day, right? Celebrating 100 years and then celebrating the vision of the Jefferson Union High School District staff and board. I mean, look around, the impact that this housing will have, and then the future housing that are going to be on this site. What you've done is incredible. What you've done is impactful, and what you have done is historical. Make no mistake about it. So, on behalf of the Board of Supervisors of the County of San Mateo, I got two proclamations, but I'm going to give you one, Rosie, right now. It's Jefferson High School's 100th year, and it's signed by the Board of Supervisors. Thank you for your leadership, and thank you for all you do.
Thank you, Supervisor Canepa. Please welcome representing State Senator Scott Wiener, Omar Rincon.
Hello, everyone. I'm going to try to be very quickly. On behalf of Senator Scott Wiener, jointly with Assemblymember Phil Ting, we just wanted to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Jefferson Union High School District. As I was reading about this district, I was amazed that 100 years ago it was open right when we were coming out of a pandemic, and here we are 100 years later, right? But very happy to see this project. Senator Wiener, as the chairman of the Housing Committee in the Senate, he's completely amazed by these kind of projects coming up and materializing finally. So we're very happy to see you. So thank you and congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Omar and Senator Wiener. Please welcome representing Congresswoman Jackie Spears' office, Brian Perkins.
Well, thank you, Madam President. Doesn't Madam President sound nice? Got a real ring to it. Ladies and gentlemen, Congresswoman Spear regrets that she's not able to be here tonight. She's actually in Europe tonight on matters related to her duties at the House Armed Services and Intelligence Committee, but she sends her regrets. She was here for the 100th anniversary of Jefferson High School, and she had a great time. And boy, your bands sure are wonderful, aren't they? In honor of the 100th anniversary of the school district, she was able to place a statement into the congressional record, which has very small type and goes on forever, but I'm going to do my best to keep it short and also to read the small type. The last paragraph says, in closing, let me note that Jefferson Union High School District achieves the goals of Horace Mann and other early advocates for free, universal public education. The district prepares young people for their lives as citizens in a democracy, and it equips them with skills to enter the modern economy, whether in trades or college, in our region or abroad, whether in service to the public or to the private sector. The graduates of Jefferson Union High School District have a golden opportunity to understand their current place in the world and to create their own path for a great future. On behalf of the community, I wish to extend my sincere congratulations to the Jefferson Union High School District. You are 100 years young, and ready to meet all challenges. Congresswoman Jackie Spear, thank you so much, Madam President.
That one's going home with me. Just kidding. Thank you, Brian and Congresswoman Spear. To all of our local and state leaders, we thank you for supporting 100 years of educational excellence, and we value your support of academic success to the students and staff of this district community. And now I'd like to welcome back to the stage Superintendent Tony Presta.
Thank you, President Tejada. In keeping with today's theme of celebration, along with celebrating our Golden Centennial, we hang our hat on a historic move for JUHSD, a move that will provide 122 units of affordable workforce housing to our current staff and their families. In just a moment, we will officially cut the ceremonial ribbon, officially opening 705 Ceremony Boulevard, our district's new educational housing building. Before we do, I would like to thank the Centennial Committee for hosting today's event. Please stand or wave when I call your name. Ty Hayes, Sharon Murphy, Michelle Jones, Jean Enriquez, Michael Simon, Stephanie Tejada, Austin Warden, and students Bayan Azgal and Safa Chowdhury. I would also like to thank District Director of Maintenance and Transportation, Marcus Peppers, and his team for helping to set up today's event. At this time, I would like to welcome District Board Clerk Kalima Salahuddin, who will share a brief overview of this, what'd you say? A brief of this amazing venture for JUHSD. Kalima.
Woo! Hello. So in 2016, our staff came to the board and let us know that they had reached a point of breaking. We expect so much of our educators today. We ask them to hold up the world, and we don't hold them up. And they let us know that it is too much to ask so much and then not have a place to call home, an adequate place to call home, an adequate salary, an adequate working environment, that something needed to change. So the board with the district administration came together and really with the focus decided what can we do to help retain our staff. Losing 25% of our staff every year is devastating. As a parent in the district at that time, to watch almost every single one of my children lose teachers every single year, knowing that these are incredible educators, and not just the teachers, but everybody who walked the halls touched my children, and to lose them and not to have those people around for the next generation of students walking through our halls, for me, was not acceptable. And so we looked into how do we keep and retain, and the number one issue that we have in this area is it costs too much to live here. Housing is not accessible. And as a board, we know we talked about we're low funded, we are land rich, and so this used to be a parking lot. It still kind of blows my mind to think about what it was before, but this used to be a parking lot. And so how could we use the resources that we do have available to us to help keep our staff? And so, and key, have it be affordable. We knew we couldn't do that by just taking out a loan, that we were gonna need to have some financial help in building this. So we, with Dale Scott's help, and I wanna shout out Dale Scott, put a bond on the ballot, first of its kind in the nation to fund housing. I want to thank our JUHSD community for voting for it. And we were able to, with that bond, yes, go ahead and clap. With that bond, we were able to take out a loan that is low enough because the way we pay back the loan is through the rents. So having a low loan meant we were able to have affordable rents. So if the community hadn't stepped up to help, those rents wouldn't have been low, so thank you. Passing that bond, we had the money. We had to put together a team to help us get through that. And so I want to shout out Brookwood and Associates, our awesome consultants, because we are educators. I know more about housing now than I ever want to know. But at that time, I knew nothing. So we needed help. And Brookwood, they worked with us. They didn't work at us. They didn't talk at us. They worked with us and heard us. And because of them, we're sitting here today. So thank you, everyone from Brookwood. Brookwood came up with a plan, and with our amazing director of our bond and facility, Stephanie Phillips, we were able to hire our, whatever their official term is, I'm not good with the official terms, a wonderful builder, JHF, whose name is on the side of the building over there, and again, heard us, heard what we wanted. We wanted a place what I could call home. We wanted a hallmark building to be a model of workforce housing. They heard us and they built this amazing building, so thank you so much, JHF. So it was not easy, and it sounds like it was easy, but it really wasn't easy. And at the time we did this, it wasn't popular, and a lot of people said, why don't you just give the teachers money? That is also the plan. It's not an either-or proposition. But no district, even the highest funded district, no district pays enough for somebody to live here. So we need to pay our teachers and staff more. We also need to make sure, hello. We also need to make sure that when our staff goes home, they're not still living with their parents. These are people that have multiple degrees, that they're not living in a place that is not comfortable, that they have a space to grade papers. During COVID, I was told that education is holding up the economy. It's holding up the economy. So don't those people who hold up the economy deserve an adequate place to live? This shouldn't be something that we're discussing. This district shouldn't have had to build housing, but we stepped up to do it. But I just want to take this moment while I have a microphone in front of me to say that California needs to get real about how we fund education. We need to get real. If we're holding up the economy, then we need to pay our staff in a way that we're holding up the economy. It's not just about teachers. I don't see Pep. Giuseppe is back there. He's one of our honorees. He is one of our maintenance people. He is an educator. He touches as many students' lives as our teachers. We have cafeteria staff. They fed everybody during COVID. They fed everybody. We have our custodians. Cleanliness never became a bigger issue than during COVID. Our custodians stepped up. Everybody stepped up in education. They need an adequate place to live. And so I'm happy that we're able to welcome 122 staff home here. I do want to have some more thank yous from the board, and my first thank you is to my amazing board. Nobody does anything alone, and as a board, we stayed united in this, and all of us work to this together, and I love my board members over there. I also want to thank the JUHSD past staff, all our past superintendents and board members. They got us to this place where we're able to continue to carry the baton. I want to thank the San Mateo Community College District, who are the leaders in this in San Mateo County, and they were so open and helpful. They didn't keep any secrets. They talked to us, and we would not have been able to do anything without you guys, so thank you so much. I want to thank Mike O'Neill, who is back there, and Mike was one of the first people who said to us, you guys need to build housing. And we was working with the Pacifica School District, and so thank you so much, Mike O'Neill, for starting that spark. I want to thank the Pacifica School District, who actually started this process before us, and they also know how hard it is. We thought education was hard. Try to build anything. Oh my God, and so the Pacifica School District really helped blaze that trail for us, and we are so grateful for you guys and your leadership, and I want to acknowledge you all as well. And I know they were thanked earlier, but I can't thank these two Wonder Women enough. I'm gonna call out Stephanie Phillips and Tina Van Raphorst. They are phenomenal, phenomenal. Sometimes I don't want to call them out because I don't want anyone to poach them, but they have regular jobs, and they took this on additionally, and it's been so many hours, so many meetings with this, and what we hope to be the future, the next phase of the development, and they just always continue to work and move on, so thank you all so much. And last, our feeder districts are amazing, and I'm really looking forward to doing this very same thing at Jefferson Elementary School District, who is next in line, Daly City getting it done. So thank you all for being here. This is a fantastic day. Welcome home, staff. Oops. And at this time, I would like to welcome to the stage one of the newest residents of 705 Serramonte, current Westmore High School math teacher and Westmore High School class of 2010, Nicole Ampolo.
What up, JUHSD? Welcome to my crib. Yeah. Okay, being serious now. So good afternoon, honored guests. I am Nicole Ann Polo. I'm a math teacher and a very proud Westmore High School alumni, class of 2010. Go Rams! Today, I represent a very special group of district employees. On the weekend of April 30th, 2022, myself, along with 18 other current staff members, some with partners and families in tow, made 705 our new home. As we know by now, this unique venture for the district is truly a first of its kind. For JUHSD to be one of the first in the nation to provide affordable workforce housing to their staff is paramount. Every year, even as a student of this district, I've watched, hold on, there's a binder clip here. I need to turn the page. Binder clip back, it's windy up here. I've watched exceptional employees leave JUHSD. This move was not because of their not wanting to work here, but really because of their not being able to afford to live here. Ultimately, the students are the one that pay the price for this, as staff are forced to move to other districts to find work. And besides the support of coworkers and community of students that you really cannot find anywhere else, there's something about this district. The students here are amazing, by the way. Right? Yes, thank you. A huge part of my decision to work for JUHSD was having the option to move back in with my parents. This decision, it definitely helped lift the financial burden that many teachers in this district face. But in order to stay with this district while also trying to build a life of my own, I felt stuck knowing that this was my only viable option. Well, I've only lived here at 705 for about a week, and already it's come with so much emotion. Anticipation, serenity, excitement, and even sadness. Because really, I miss my family, even though they're like 5 minutes down the street. I'm honored to work for this district, this school board, and these people, they thought outside the box and created a cutting-edge solution to help alleviate this issue. For many decades to come, this building will serve as not just a solution to living in an expensive Bay Area housing, but a home rooted in community and love for a district that deserves nothing but the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Nicole. We're so happy to have you now living in 705 and carrying on our district's tradition of excellence. At this time, I'd ask that all staff who have moved into 705 this month or plan to move into 705 this month to please stand. Coming months. You want to? Yay! Woo-hoo! Welcome home. And at this time, I would like to welcome up Board Vice President Andy Lee.
Thank you, Ms. Aludin. I now have the honor of introducing a few more guests of honor specifically connected to our educational housing project. Their dedication and support for this project has been invaluable. Now, we're going to do the one clap thing, but I'm going to tell you when to do the one clap because there's a lot of people that we got to get through. So please welcome the district's Educational Housing Corporation Board of Directors President Mike O'Neill, Vice President Erica Lowenberg, Secretary John Niblin, Treasurer Brianni Phelps, Director Christina Ruiz, and Director Rosie Tejada. From Bay Area Housing Choices Coalition, Jeanette Stokely and Kalisha Webster. From Peninsula and South Bay Organizing Manager at YIMBY Action, Alex Melendrez. From the North Coast County Water District Board, Tom Piccolotti. From the San Mateo County Project Sentinel Coordinator and City of South San Francisco Council Member and current Mayor, Mark Nogales. Please welcome from Heart of San Mateo County Housing Endowment and Regional Trust, Armando Sanchez. And please welcome from the California School Boards Association, Public Affairs and Community Engagement Director, Martin Fatou. From the aforementioned Brookwood Advisors, Shep Heery, Bruce Fakuji, Alan Katz, and Christopher White, along with Bruce Jett from Jett Landscaping, Architecture and Design, and Alexander Seidel from Seidel Architects. Well done. Please welcome from JHF Construction, also celebrating 100 years in 2022, Mo Hakimi, Kian Hakimi, Adel Mugadas, Amir Mohammed, and John Willits. From SVA Architects, President Bob Simon, Principal Nathan Herrero, and Senior Associate Partner Christopher Bradley. From Boulevard Residential, our site property management company, CEO Bob Talbot, Project Leader Jonathan Garcia, Site Property Manager Marlene Fuentes, and Interior Designer Terrace James. And now, please welcome back to the stage, Daly City Mayor Rodas Magboal. Are we good? We're good. All right, so he doesn't have to come back up. All right, thank you for your support of the 705. And Mary, are we good? Are you coming back up? We're good. All right, Mary doesn't have to come back either. So thank you, City of Pacifica and Mayor Beer for your support of the 705. And Supervisor Shanapel, you were good too? Hey, this is fantastic. You guys are helping me out here. All right, and we're good. From Senator Wiener's office and Senator Betcher's office. All right, cool. All right, and Mr. Perkins, come on back up from Congresswoman Spears' office.
Very quickly. It's true she's not here tonight, but I made it a point of pulling off of Highway 280 2 weekends ago and bringing Jackie Spear by here. And we sat out there in the parking lot and she said, wow, that's really amazing. This is really a special school district, isn't it? So on behalf of Congresswoman Spear, this is a certificate of recognition, and I won't bother reading it, but you folks really are leaders. Congratulations.
Before we invite our ribbon-cutting guests of honor to the stage, I, on behalf of the Centennial Celebration Committee, following the cutting of the ribbon, invite you to enjoy refreshments provided by Catering Connection while enjoying performances by current district students, along with taking a tour of 705 hosted by Boulevard Residential staff and checking out our district Through the Years gallery in the lobby of our mailroom just behind me back here, hosted by the Daly City Colma and Pacifica Historical Societies. At this time, I would like to invite the following guests to stand in front of the stage. Cutting today's ceremonial ribbon, please welcome Terra Nova High School Activities Director and Terra Nova Class of 2011 alumni Courtney Phil, who will represent all staff, both present and future, to call 705 ceremony home. Superintendent Tony Presta, Board President Rosie Tejada, Board Clerk Kalima Salahuddin, Trustee Carlin Garrett, Director of Construction Stephanie Phillips, President Mike O'Neill of the EHC Vice President Erica Lowenberg, EHC Secretary John Niblin, EHC Treasurer Brianni Phelps, EHC Director Christina Ruiz, Deputy Superintendent of Business Services Tina Van Raphorst, Director of Communications and Staff Housing Austin Warden, CEO of Boulevard Residential Bob Talbot, owner of JHF Construction, also celebrating 100 years, Mo Hakimi. From SVA Design, President Bob Simon and Principal Nathan Herrero, AFT 1481 Union Local President Monica Casey, Mayor of Daly City Rod Magwal, from Brookwood Advisors Alan Katz, our resident speaker Nicole Ann Polo. Come on up. All right, you got the real scissors. There we go. All right, Terra Nova Band, you guys out there, can I get a drum roll? Or who's got the drums? That works, that's good enough. On a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! I declare this building officially open. And as we wrap up our ceremonies today, I just want to say it has been an absolute honor and a privilege to work on the Staff Housing Subcommittee and with my fellow board members these past 6 years. When I joined the Board of Trustees in 2015, I never expected that my role would include the development of housing for our staff. So with that, I want to say to our current and future residents of the 705, welcome home! Let's celebrate! All right. Good job.
Thank you, Vice President Andy Lee. At this time, we are moving into our reception hour of the program. Wow, that ribbon cutting part. Whew, I love that one clap. Impressive. Again, on behalf of the Jefferson Union High School District, we thank you so much for coming out to this ceremonial day. In the back, again, please help yourselves to refreshments from Catering Connection. To my left, in the mailroom lobby, we have the Pacifica and Daly City Historical Societies, along with yearbooks from the last decades. Thank you so much again for being here today. We really appreciate it.